Hey everyone, and welcome back. Over the years, I've had countless conversations with friends, viewers, and clients across Europe about one of the most significant decisions you can make: choosing your immigration status. It's more than just paperwork. It's about choosing the framework for your future life, work, and family. You've heard the terms visa, permanent residency, passport. But in the blur of online advice and agency pitches, the real personal impact of each choice often gets lost. Today, let's slow down. Let's have a proper, in-depth conversation, the kind you'd have over a long coffee, to unpack not just what these statuses are, but what they feel like to live with, day in and day out here in Europe. We're aiming for clarity, so you can move forward with confidence. Let's build on that simple analogy because it's powerful. Imagine Europe as a vast, diverse neighborhood of beautiful homes, each country a unique house. A visa is your invitation to a specific house party. It's exciting. You're there for a reason, maybe a work project, a semester abroad, or a long holiday. You have access to the main rooms. You can enjoy the hospitality. But you know the rules. You can't rearrange the furniture. You can't stay overnight indefinitely. And when the party's over or your project ends, it's time to go home. Your stay is conditional and temporary. Permanent residency is fundamentally different. It's being given a long-term lease on an apartment in that house. This is a game changer. You get your own set of keys. You can come and go as you please within the rules of the lease. You can decorate your space. You have stability. You pay into the building's maintenance, your taxes, and in return, you get to use the shared facilities, the healthcare system, the schools, the social safety nets. You feel settled. But the landlord, the state, still sets some overarching rules. You can't vote on major renovations to the building national elections. And there might be a clause that says you need to physically live in the apartment a certain number of days a year to keep the lease. This is the resident permit life. It's secure, but it's not full ownership. Now, citizenship. Obtaining that passport is the moment you are given the deed to the house. You are no longer a tenant. You are a co-owner. Your name is on the foundation. This comes with profound rights. You vote on everything, from the color of the front door to major structural decisions. You have an irrevocable right to be there. More than that, this house is now your official address in the eyes of the world. When you travel, you carry its passport, which opens doors to other neighborhoods, countries often without needing to ask for permission each time. The emotional and legal belonging is complete. Now, let's move past the analogy and into the gritty details that shape your daily reality. The visa life, it's defined by conditional freedom. Your right to work is often tied to a single employer or a specific university program. Changing your mind midstream, switching jobs, deciding to start a business, usually means navigating a new visa application, a process fraught with uncertainty. Your access to public benefits is minimal. You're expected to be self-sufficient with private health insurance. There's always a clock ticking in the back of your mind. A visa expiration date. It's a life in temporary mode, perfect for exploration and specific goals, but not for putting down deep roots. The permanent resident life, this is the realm of practical stability. The single biggest liberation for most people is the right to work freely. You are no longer an asset of your employer. You are your own agent in the job market. You can quit, get fired, pivot careers, start a startup. Your permission to stay isn't tied to it. This psychological shift is enormous. You plan mortgages, long-term investments, and your children's school path with confidence. However, this stability has its own tether, the residency obligation. Most European countries require you to spend the majority of your time within their borders to maintain your status. For the global professional or the person with deep family ties elsewhere, This physical presence requirement can feel like a gentle chain, a trade-off for the security you've gained. The citizen life, this unlocks political belonging and ultimate mobility. The right to vote is not just a tick box. It's the power to influence the society your children will grow up in, the taxes you pay, the foreign policy of your nation, its stakeholding, and then there's the passport power, the frictionless global mobility. Imagine last, minute business trips, spontaneous weekend getaways, or managing crises abroad without the administrative headache of visa applications. For the frequent traveler, this isn't a luxury. It's a massive efficiency tool, but the door swings both ways. With this comes the potential burden of global taxation depending on the country, and most profoundly for many, the potential loss of your original nationality. Not all European countries allow dual citizenship. This decision to relinquish your original legal identity is deeply personal, often emotional, and far more than a bureaucratic step. Let's pause on 3 areas where the differences aren't just legal, but life-altering. The tax tango, this is perhaps the most crucial financial consideration. As a visa holder, your tax situation is usually local. You pay tax on what you earn within the country. The moment you become a permanent resident in places like Germany, France, or the Netherlands, you often trigger worldwide tax residency, your global income, rental property back home. Investment dividends, freelance income from clients elsewhere, may need to be declared. The rules are complex, with treaties to avoid double taxation, but the reporting burden and planning complexity skyrocket. Consulting a cross-border tax advisor before securing residency isn't just advice, it's essential financial planning. The mobility illusion. Don't confuse residency with travel freedom. Holding a German residence permit doesn't magically grant you visa. Free access to the USA or Canada. You travel on your original passport. If you hold a passport that requires visas for many countries, you still endure those queues and applications. The residency permit only guarantees your right to return to Germany. The passport is the true travel document. For someone from a country with limited visa-free access, upgrading to a powerful EU passport can feel like being given wings. The legacy question, your children, your choice today, seeds their options tomorrow. With permanent residency, your child born within the country often gets citizenship at birth in many EU states. But a child born abroad, while you are only a resident, usually doesn't automatically inherit your status. Citizenship, however, is far more transmissible. It can often be passed down generations, regardless of birthplace, giving your children and grandchildren a priceless head start in terms of options, education, and mobility. So, how do you navigate this ladder? The path in Europe is rarely a straight shot. The journey from visa to residency often hinges on proving your value to the society through sustained high-skilled work. The blue card route is a key EU pathway through substantial investment that creates jobs or through family ties. It's about transitioning from being a guest to proving you are a valuable long-term contributor. The leap from residency to citizenship is a test of integration. It's not just about time, typically 5 to 8 years of legal residence, but about connection. Can you speak the language at a functional level? Do you understand the basic workings of society, its history, and its laws? This is assessed through tests. It's about demonstrating that your commitment has moved beyond the practical to the civic. Here's my heartfelt advice. Begin with the end in mind, but be honest about your present. Is your ultimate dream truly to become a political citizen of this new country, or is the stability and quality of life offered by permanent residency perfectly sufficient? For many, permanent residency is the sweet spot. All the practical benefits of life in Europe, without the painful decision of relinquishing their original citizenship or taking on the full political and tax burdens of a new one. Choosing your status is, in essence, choosing the boundaries of your future. There is no universally best option. There is only the option that is best aligned with your personal definition of security, freedom, and belonging. I'm curious about your journey. Are you in the visa phase, contemplating the leap to residency? Or are you a long-term resident, wrestling with the citizenship question? What's the biggest puzzle piece for you right now? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's learn from each other's experiences. If this deep dive helped bring clarity to a complex topic, please give this video a thumbs up. It really supports this channel. Share it with someone who's on a similar path, and don't forget to subscribe for more honest conversations about building a life across cultures. Next week, we're tackling a pressing topic. With increasing scrutiny, are Europe's famed Golden Visa and investor programs on borrowed time? What does the tightening landscape mean for future applicants? Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.